So my power has been working good, other than the fact that my charge controller keeps telling me it's down to like 12.9 even before the sun sets. And I've had to turn the fridge off a couple of days, which sucks because I just went shopping. So our neighbors went to Santan the other day, picked me up another solar panel, and an MPPT Charge Controller, because Randy thinks that's what my problem was, because mine was WPM, right?
PMW.
PMW. That's dyslexia for you. So he's putting the new charge controller in, and then we're going to add another solar panel. Hold on. So there is the new charge controller.
Man, it's working already.
I see that.
Beautiful.
Why does it say 11.7 though?
It doesn't. Let it cycle.
Oh, okay. Oh, look. Oh, there was a hummingbird in the doorway. It was right there.
$12.06 is what you're at right now.
Wow, that's not good.
So we're going to try to get a little sun on there.
That is so not good.
I was expecting a text or call back letting me know whether you sent that new charge controller out.
So while he's doing that, I'll show you guys the other panel.
Give me a ring back. Okay.
So the one that I have already is the 245, y'all remember? And they got the same panel, $50 Santan Solar. So hopefully, after they hook this guy up, hold on, I forgot it was zoomed out. Hold on, there we go. So after they hook this one up to that one, hopefully between that, the two batteries, and the new controller, I will finally have enough power to keep my fridge running. Because Randy suspects that it was the controller being the problem. Because I guess it has a hard time converting these panels to 12 volt. So it wasn't doing its job. And these nice couple right here went to Santan for us.
South Dakota Hillbillies. Karen and Stan.
Karen and Stan. And Dana and Steve just stopped by, and they're probably going to come back. I hope they come back. There's Greg.
What?
There was a hummingbird that came right there. It was, I don't know if you guys saw it.
Today.
It was right here, and it hovered there for a minute.
Flew inside of ours and flew back out today.
Yeah, they'll fly right into your rig if you're not careful.
Well, I was thinking maybe it was going to tell you.
All hooked up. I am now pulling in 14.6 to 15.8. Try and focus this better. There we go. And it has a backlighting feature. Oh, it's on. Okay, I couldn't tell. So yeah. So still learning how to read these. I know it says 31 volts, but I'm not sure what PV is, but I have to read the directions first. The batteries are at 14.5, 14.6. So, there it is. Oh, here are the specs, if anybody's interested. Oops, there goes my door. So yeah, there's the specs. It's a 30 amp controller. I got this from Harbor Freight. It was like 80 or 90 something. Tracer brand. MPPT. It's pretty basic. Everything's all hooked up right. And it does look like it has my USB port. And a temperature sensor. So these are what I got in here. I got the 2000 watt inverter, the 150 amp fuse, breaker right there, and then the two batteries, which are, let's see if I can't maybe get this on camera. maybe if I do, I can take a picture of them. So there's that. I really can't. There we go. I don't know if you can see that or not. Hang on. Let me try to bend this with... There we go. Okay, so there is the specs on the batteries, and they're exactly the same. So just took a picture so I have it for future reference, because every time everybody asks me, what are the batteries? I don't know. So they are Duralast batteries. They are hooked up in parallel. The noise is my keys inside the door. And then out here, in order to hook them both together, he got these. So you hook the negative from one, so the negative on the other, and then you hook that up to the initial line, and then they're hooked up together. And they did come with little stickers on this one that tell you which one's positive and stuff, but I already have the red tape on them, so that when I disconnect them, I know what it's at. I think I'm gonna wash that panel off because it's kind of dusty right now, but yeah, so that is how it looks. And of course they are cabled up to my bumper and my tow hitch so that nobody can steal them. Yeah, so hopefully this does the trick. So far so good. So wish me luck. And I just want to say that I never would have been able to purchase this stuff if it wasn't for a certain person donating. Gary, thank you so much. I never would have been able to get this stuff without you. So thank you very much for your donation. Those that would like to know, this is the box for my solar controller. It is an MPPT. You can see all that. Sorry, it likes to go out of focus when I close up, but so let me see if I can get it to focus. There we go. Features, model number, everything like that. Like I said, I still have to read the directions and learn how to use it. If you'd like to read, just pause the video and you can read it if I'm going too fast for you. There's more specs. And I don't know if the back, yeah, see, so there we go. Hopefully this will fix my problem. And then next month, when I get paid again, I will have a third battery installed. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that because I know some people are really interested in the specs. So just wanted to say that Kate's just getting into, you probably know her as Southern Goodness, but she's just getting into the solar. So my old charge controller right here, she's only got 100 watts, and I know this one will work with that. So instead of her going out and buying a new battery, I'm just going to give this to her since I don't need it anymore. I've got the 25 watt and the 7 watt panel outside in the front hooked up to the hub that I bought, which you can't see right now, but basically it's hooked up on a completely separate system to this controller. And this one has the 2 USB ports. But it also wouldn't have worked with this system because it also is the other kind of controller, not an MPPT. So I've been using this to charge my phone, charge my speaker, charge my gimbal, all that stuff. And it works great. And I've been using that extra battery I had that I actually wanted to keep charged for the shower and stuff too. So yeah, it's been holding a charge pretty good. So it's nice having that separate system. But again, this wouldn't have worked for the big system. But yeah. And then this is the project box. is a disaster. But that's all my projects. So, yeah. So I have a separate system to charge everything else, so I'm not pulling from the house system. And then, depending on how well this works, and if it solves the problem, maybe I'll actually be able to use power again in my RV at night. So wish me luck. Now, y'all, we'll see you next time. Peace out. And maybe I'll show you a little bit of camp later. Camp is growing, so, yeah, I did have it clean in here, and, well, that's what happens when you have a lot of projects to do, so, yeah. Everybody's starting to get in here. We're all planning on the Boondocking Bash, so go check out Jimmy's channel, The Almost Happy Camper, if you want to know about that. And I'll see you again next time. Peace out. I wanted to show you, and I wish I had actually taken a picture before I did this, but I didn't even think of it until now. So, sorry. But, yeah, I know that there was draft, and when I took everything out of here, it was covered in dirt. This is my storage under my couch. So basically, you see all the white foam. So all where that white foam is, there was a gap between the wall and the floor, about an inch, maybe an inch and a half wide, that I could see the ground. And then there were spots on the wall where the clearance lights, before I had redone them, I'm sure, I don't know how long they leaked for before I did them. So they must have seeped through the wall and ran down and did this kind of thing. So yeah, so that's what these big patches are for. Right there and right there. Now, I ran out of foam before I was able to do that little square in the corner there, so I've got to get some more today. And this orange cord that you see, that's my cord that goes directly to my fridge that bypasses everything. That bypasses the converter, which is actually under here. Right there. So, yeah. And then the other side that I did of where the shore power cable box is that I showed you was right there. So that is all foamed in now. So I'm going to do some touch-ups today once I get some more foam. And just showing you what I did already. Hopefully this will cut back quite a bit on the dirt and the air drafts and everything else. So yeah, once I get that back in there, then I can put everything back together, put all my stuff back under there, because right now it's kind of everywhere. I got stuff outside too, right there. So that's all my couch cushions. But as far as the electric goes, I've had one day of full sun. Today is very cloudy. It's been doing pretty good. Hang on, I'll flip you guys around. Really good. And, well, the first day, they put it in at like 5 o'clock or something, so I didn't have a lot of time to get good sun. So the next day went on, and my batteries finally, I think, got a full charge for the first time in weeks. But I still don't think that I think they've just been struggling so hard for so long, they didn't get a full charge. So I was hoping to get it today, but it's all overcast, so not gonna happen. And so the night before last, I had to turn the fridge off, and I ended up putting my food back in Mark's fridge for now until we get this figured out. Last night I thought it was gonna happen, but by the time I went to bed around, like, I don't know, I checked it around 1, I think it was around 1. And it was down to 12.4 and 12.3 when the compressor kicked on in the fridge. And I'd even tried turning the fridge down, and that didn't work. So I didn't want to take the chance of ruining my batteries. I'm going to add a third battery. I think that's the only option left until I can find a fridge that's propane that I can afford. So yeah, that is the update. And I've had the fridge off, and I'm going to leave it off to try and get the batteries to charge fully today, if I can. So I'm going to leave the fridge off so it's not interfering with the charge of the batteries, especially on a day like today. And see how they go. I'll give it one more day, I think, and then I'm going to get another battery. Because I don't want to have to worry about it anymore. Hopefully one more battery will do it. It should. The controller helped. The new controller, the MPPT, but it didn't do everything that I was hoping. So, yeah, I can't really determine much until I get a full charge on the batteries anyways. So, yeah, that's the update. That's what's going on, and I'll see y'all later.